Hello, all my beautiful heroes! Happy Tuesday! Squid, what kind of box? Are you okay? Are you alright? Welcome to Squid Jora Epic! I've missed you, welcome back. I'm glad you're doing well. Cookie, hello. Fizz, hi. Hello, hello. Did I miss anybody? I think it's everybody. Boggs, hi, you live here. Porque no los dos? Why not both? He's working on both a cardboard box and an external drive. He puts his external drive in cardboard boxes. Very confusicus. Okie dokie. So, a couple of fun announcements. First is the new emotes. This is the first day with Bless Boggs. We have Bless Boggs for every time Boggs sneezes, which I'm sure will be tons. And then I also went ahead and switched out the tier 3 to the Miro de Arias, which means golden, so it's the golden heart. I thought that this just suited tier 3 better. I also have 2 more slots available for tier 1. We can put 2 more emotes in. So I'm willing to put the goldfish in tier 1 if people want it. I'm also willing to just make some new things. I'm open to suggestions. Miro de Mortium was an option, but people seem kind of confused as to what it'd be used for, so we can just come up with other ideas. So let me know if you have any ideas, anything you want to see made, or you know. The other thing is there's a new website, and hopefully the panels below should link through this now for both like donations and some other stuff. The website is still a little bit kinky because, like, for instance, the text panels don't actually scroll. So even though they're a mile long, you're only gonna get like the top portion, which is really odd. Oh yes, a trash panda emote. That is one that I had meant to make. Do we want like a little, like, you know, like the Grouch, but a raccoon? The website is kinky. The website's super kinky. Yeah. Yeah, kind of like that one, Fizz. Maybe we want to do something like that. I'll have to think about it. I will brainstorm some stuff and consult you guys. The other thing is, and I don't have a link for this. Hold on. Oh, fail. Professional streamer, guys. Remember. You want my face? Here, we'll go to this one. Oh, I'm not here. Empty circle. There I am. Hello, hi. Oh, take your time. Broken. I want Spotify to play more than just one song at a time. I don't know what it's doing. I've broken out of my bubble a little bit. Now it just looks like a weird halo. It's fine. Okay, apparently this isn't gonna open, so maybe I won't announce it. Maybe I'll announce it later. It's broken. Yes. I don't want to spoil the surprise if it's not ready. I think it's broken. I think the whole website, like, I'm on Google just trying to get to the web page itself and it's not happening, so maybe we'll save that one. Maybe not too many announcements in one day. Something, dumpster fire, glad not much has changed. Exactly, Epic, you're right at home. Nothing has happened. Okay, so the other thing is what we are doing today is a new something. Oh, he says no. Okay, we're gonna save that. We're gonna save that secret announcement for later. That's fine. It's broken. Can't show you if it's broken. So what we're doing today on stream though is something I'm calling a Miro Mini. A Miro Mini, which basically means I'm just gonna play through a game for one stream and one stream only, and that's it, and that's all you get, and sucks sorry if you want more. So it's just like a one-shot of whatever. If I like the game, I might keep going. But I've had so many misses lately of just like games that we're playing. Like Sexy Brutal was okay, but like we've had a couple of games where we're just like, I was just like, oh my god, I'm not feeling this game. But then I just felt the need to finish, and it hurt my soul, and I'm fucking done with it. So we're just gonna do Miro Minis until we find a game that I feel like, yeah, this is a good streaming game, and I do want to continue this, and we will keep going. Gonna play some Call of Duty? Yeah, sure. One stream, I decide, yep, I still hate shooters and we're good to go. And then when people are like, why don't you play Call of Duty? I can just link them that video. Miro minis until the spiritual successor to Spiral Scouts is found. Exactly. I think Spiral Scouts was like the last one I really enjoyed deep in my soul after like Zero Time Dilemma. So today we're trying out a lovely game called 428 Shibuya Scramble, and I can already tell you guys that while I will enjoy this game, it's gonna be a hard no on streaming, and here's why. One, it's long as shit. It's really long. It's a visual novel, and it's not voice acted in the least. So 100% reading, like a lot of reading, I would never make it. You guys have met me. I would never make it. Also, Paladin, hi. I don't think I got to say hi to you. Welcome. Hi, how are you? So that's what a Miro Mini is. And we're gonna start with this one, and we're gonna see how it goes. Get Boggs to narrate. Oh dang, really? I thought it had VO. I don't think it does. From the little that I remember, it was just like silence and reading. Once upon a time, Boggs said no. Okay, so what I know about this game is we're a detective. It's like detective themed, and you switch between people's narratives in order to make choices, and you can only continue once you get certain people's choices correct, and then it lines up in such a way that you're able to continue, right? Like you have to get guy to point A so that he can save girl from point B, you know, that type of thing. I think it's gonna be good though. I'm excited. Final Fantasy vibes? Oh no, does it not know my controller? Oh no. It had it a minute ago. No! Alright, hold on. Hold on. I don't know why some games do this. If your controller like goes to sleep and turns off, the game's like, what? Controller? No controller ever existed. You don't own any controllers. I've never heard of a controller in my life. I'm good. How are Miro and the heroes today? I am doing well. I had a dream the other night that I went to Subway, and instead of putting turkey on my sandwich, the guy put napkins on my sandwich. And I think that's pretty much just a good metaphor for how my life is going. It was a really weird dream. It was a really weird dream, and me being me, I was like too nice and awkward to be like, excuse me. I was just like, okay, that's my sandwich now. That's fine. Great. Delicious. At least I didn't put some Turkish guy on it. Oh my god. Not a cannibal sandwich. Real question, did you eat the sandwich? I don't know. I woke up before he was done making it. I just remember feeling really sad that it was not going to be the turkey sandwich that I wanted because it was now napkin sandwich. This one? Yes. Yeah, do that one. Oh my god, it's been open for 10 minutes. Already been playing for 10 minutes. Work of fiction. Too bad. Good fiber. Oh, that would be awful. It was a really aggressive logo. That was like... Oh, it gets better. Yes. That might be too loud. Holy shit. The first mistake was going to Subway. Let's be honest, Jersey Mike's is the best subs, and if you don't think so, then you're wrong. Actually, there might be some... Jersey Mike's is the best chain, in my opinion. Put it that way. There might be some, like, ma and pa shop that's delicious. Look at this FMV footage, yes! God, the crosswalks in Japan are just next level. No, you're wrong! What's the best sandwich then? Please tell me. I would be happy to listen to your opinion. Look at how many people! Good God. That's too many people. All those stock videos are extra presents. So, the game is actually full FMV, I think. I think they actually filmed this for the game. Some nice drone footage. Wegmans subs? I've never even heard of that. So maybe you're right. You could be right, but I don't know because I've never had it. I'm partial to Jimmy John's for cold subs solely because speed and simplicity. I like Jimmy John's, but they piss me off because they won't put a goddamn pickle on your sandwich. And like, pickles are a must for cold turkey sandwiches for me. And they have pickles. They have like the big ass pickles you can get, but they refuse to cut them up and put them on the sandwich. I've asked before, they're like, no, we can't do that for you. And I'm like, really? I was like, can you get me a plastic knife? They're like, we don't have any. I was like, fuck you guys. I just want a pickle on my sandwich. Oh, it's a grocery store chain. I see. We interrupt this program for breaking news regarding Shinjuku hostage situation. Am I in the way for these? I am. 3 hours has passed. Hostage situation. Employee believed the subject to be a man named Kitajima. It's been decided. Suspect has prior dealings with another company, okay, and is experiencing money problems. Authorities believe this to be the motivation. This is not how I remember this game starting out. World doesn't change so easy, always a mystery. Is that the lyrics? Perfect. Okay, so I lied. It does have voice acting, but it's Japanese, so it virtually has no voice acting. I don't think it has English. Like, I don't think I could switch it. We're basically watching a Japanese movie together, guys. Basically what we're doing. Shibuya's story is yours to tell. I did play the demo for this on PS4. As you play through the game, the various mechanics will be explained. Oh. In 428, you follow the stories of multiple protagonists at once. I'm gonna tell you right now, guys. I'm gonna tell you right now. The guy on the left-hand side is best boy. That dude is best boy. Your decisions impact their experiences as you read the story. What does the day hold in store? Their fate is in your hands. Hopefully, you can see them all through to the end. To start, you have two characters, Shinya Kano and Aichi Endo. Let's begin by checking out Kano's story. But best boy! Oh my god, look at him being all broody! Every time I hear Shibuya, all I think is that horrific fucking team building HR bullshit event. Paladin, what happened to you? What type of PTSD are you experiencing? I don't think there's any good place for my webcam to be. Like, I'm always just gonna be in the way of something. I guess that's, come this way. That's kind of okay. Okay, so Kano. God damn it. Maybe I should just be tinier. Should I just be tinier? Ooh. That's the noise of getting tinier, guys. Just 2 more minutes to go. Shinya Kano, we're just gonna call him Kano, noted the time again on his watch, scowling at the slow creep of the second hand. The time was 9:58 a.m. Furrows of consternation creased his forehead. See why we can't make it all the way through this game? If you can make it through this whole video without dying of cringe, you're more powerful than I. Oh boy, challenge accepted, sir. Oh no, it's gonna be bad. I don't know how do you pause? Okay, I paused it. I will look at that later, but I bet I can do it. I bet I can. Oof. He wasn't nervous, but he knew better than to expect everything to go smoothly. Keeping a level head was proving rather difficult. There was no room for failure. Lives were on the line here. Was it the cicada picture? It was not. Thank God it was not that cicada picture. He eyed his surroundings. Getting dramatic, guys. Was the perp really going to show up? We're a detective, guys, in case you didn't know. We're the detective right now. When? Where would he be coming from? How would he make his approach? The Shibuya Scramble was as packed as ever. A throng of people crossing this way and that, blissfully unaware of the dozens of detectives hidden in its midst. Look at all those detectives. All right, another minute and a half. Oh my God, we're so dramatic. Kano glanced down at his watch yet again. A mere 30 seconds had passed. Detective Kano had been with the enforcement arm of Shibuya's criminal affairs section for a year now, but he'd never been a part of an operation this big before. He eyed the young woman standing beside the statue up ahead. She was small enough to get lost in the crowd, and she carried a nondescript attache? 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 She had a fucking briefcase. Why you gotta get fancy about it? Oh, she's pretty. Hitomi Osawa, age 19. The briefcase in her hands contained a full 50 million yen in cash. Let's do some conversions. Attache. Attache? Hitachi? Hitomi. Did I say Hitachi? No, I said Hitomi. Yen to USD. So like 500 bucks? Has it dropped that much? Okay, hold on. 50 million. That's close to 500,000. Yeah, close to 500,000. Yep, that's right. 462,560. Right this second. Emphasis on the second syllable. Attache. 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 Briefcase. Yesterday, her twin sister Maria had been kidnapped. Wow, okay, wait, can we talk about how one twin has the name Hitomi, which is classic Japanese, and the other sister has Maria? How did that happen? She had been kidnapped. This was the ransom payment. The culprit had called Hitomi last night at home, referring to her by name and telling her to wait by the statue of Hachiko in Shibuya. Pronounced bag, yes. It was almost time, but nothing. Kano was staring fixedly at the second hand of his watch when a homeless man sitting on the sidewalk murmured just loud enough for him to hear. Come on, Kano. Quit looking at your watch so much. What if the kidnapper sees you? What's a good hobo voice? I mean, he's obviously another detective, but what's a good homeless person voice? Kano tried to look nonchalant as he lifted his eyes, but the scruffy character continued. You're too nervous. Just relax already. I can't. Alcoholic? Oh, gee. I shouldn't have asked. I don't think I could do a deep voice. You're the one acting suspicious, Sasayama. Kano frowned. Why would some homeless guy be talking to me? I'm in a business suit. I'm a businessman. Some words and phrases appear in blue. These are called tips. Press X to underline a tip and then press A to view it to let you read some extra info relating to that word or phrase. There are tips containing general knowledge. The ones that are 428 specific are marked with a magnifying glass and the 428 respectively. Yuji Sasayama was the senior officer of the Shibuya Precinct Criminal Affairs Division, 5 years older than Kano. The Shibuya Precinct is responsible for the safety of approximately 200k people in 32 neighborhoods, including, wow, I'm not reading all those. These are the neighborhoods, guys. How did the senior officer get the hobo role? Maybe because he's a senior, he likes to sit down, so he wanted a role where he gets to sit on the curb. I don't know. All right. So he's 5 years our senior. He gets to smoke and drink on the job. Perfect. He always went a little overboard with the disguises. He claimed it was part of the job, but word around the station was he just liked playing dress up. God. Hey pal, spare some change. Sasayama lurched to his feet and then shuffled in close to Kano. Hey, knock that off. Fittingly for the part, Sasayama reeked pretty badly. Oh no! Well, ain't so suspicious now, huh? He clung to Kano with a mocking camaraderie, despite the younger man's attempts to pull away. God, Sasayama, cut it out! Sasayama's blithe confidence rattled Kano's nerves. Of course, there was a good reason for that confidence. This was Kana and Sasayama's jurisdiction, a particular region over which an organization or member thereof has control or authority. Refers here to the area under the jurisdiction of various police precincts. The Metropolitan Police Department, at the pinnacle of Tokyo's police hierarchy, has vastly more authority than local precincts, but since many officers wind up needing to work with both, the outright rivalry between the two isn't as notable as TV dramas make it seem. Listing literally every neighborhood makes it kind of clear that this was aimed towards serious Japan nerds. Really? I think that this is actually an older game that never made it to the States until now. It came out a couple months ago. I might just be talking out of my ass. Hold on, let's see. It came out on Steam September of 2018. Couple months. It's 6. But yeah, the initial release was 2008. So this is virtually 10 years old. You have to be a pretty high level weeb to actually know real Japanese neighborhoods, right? Assuming you've never lived there. Yes. I know what you're talking about, Epic. This is premium 4K 3D video. Okay. So this is their jurisdiction. But they were positioned a good distance from where the handoff was to take place. The statue of Hachiko was surrounded by an elite investigators from one of HQ's special investigation teams. Sometimes 2 or more tips appear on a single screen. Press X repeatedly to change which word you underline, highlight the tip, blah blah blah. Sounds good. Let's do the statue of Hachiko. Bronze statue of a dog erected in 1934. The dog was famous for loyalty, waiting for his absent master. If you guys have seen that episode of Futurama with the dog, it's like that. Well known as a meetup spot outside Shibuya Station, other popular meetup spots at the station are the display car for the original Tokyo 500 series, commonly known as the Green Frog, and the Mayoi statue by the west entrance. What? Oh yeah? Why did you have to bring that episode up? I'm sorry. Oh no, I made everybody sad. I'm so sorry. Yeah, no, but it's literally a story like that. Oh. Press up to go back through sections you've already read, play through, scroll through text you've already read. Oh, nice. Oh. Press A. Okay. HQ here refers to the Metropolitan Police Department. Tokyo Police Department section responsible for managing 101 precincts within the city. Japan's largest police organization. In addition to policing Tokyo, it has various other duties and authorities for maintaining public order in the capital. Well, Kano and his partner were just there to provide backup if the kidnapper attempted to flee. Look, just relax, we'll be fine. Sasaya gave him a wink. A moment later, the radio squawked in Kano's ear. Alright everyone, it's time. Keep your eyes open. Oh my god, yes. Band team! It's the band team. The voice coming through the earpiece was Koji Kuze. HQ's operations director, the individual responsible for directing the investigation. Yeah, that's good enough. Until last year, he had been the Shibuya precinct's head detective and Kano's supervisor. We don't know when the perp's going to make contact. Don't let your guard down. I need like a good old man voice. My voice doesn't go that well. No Pepe. Yuze's low, gravelly voice echoed in Kano's ear. See, I can't do low and gravelly. You don't sound too worried, Kyuze. Kano winced at Sasayama's words. How could the man be so nonchalant? The appointed time had come and gone. Something should be happening. Whap! Kano smacked himself in the thigh to release a little tension. What? Is that a thing people do? Okay. Sound was louder than he'd intended. Though the suit hid his muscular physique, it did little to dampen the noise. Was that just a ploy to get us to talk about how ripped we are? He needed to stay focused. He might be called to action at any moment. So dramatic. The department handled abduction cases according to certain standard investigation procedures. Was it an attempt to extort money, or was the motive something personal? The answer to that question determined how they deal with the criminal. And based on the investigation team's initial findings this time around, they probably weren't dealing with a professional kidnapper. I mean, his middle thigh, he just smacked himself in the balls for fun. Still, in all livelihood, it was someone with quite a long rap sheet. Probably someone who knew the family, but so far they had few leads on who might bear such a grudge. With the situation so unclear, the plan was to apprehend whoever came to make the handoff on site. If the culprit ran with the money, there'd be no guarantee of the hostage's well-being. Still nothing. Sasayama murdered. There he is! He's here! Dun dun dun! Kyuze broke in, his voice spiking into an excited chirp. Why is this a thing we can look at? Kyuze's particular vocal quirk. Whenever he gets overly flustered, excited, or panicked, he slips into a childish register, prone to babbling and pitching his voice. Excited chirp. Subject is a young male in his 20s, wearing a bandana and an orange hoodie. That's the best I can do for excited old man. Squawking like an excited child. That only happened when he got particularly worked up. Kano and Sasayama steeled themselves. That's a dude handing out flyers. You could see the subject now. A 20-something male nonchalantly approached Hitomi to talk to her. All right, people, be ready to grab this guy. Kyuze was stationed in the mobile command center. Mobile command center. That's like what you put on your resume instead of just saying like band cop. I was the leader of the mobile command center. Not far from the intersection, keeping tabs on the situation via video surveillance from the camera team. Oh my god, she looks utterly terrified. Mobile command center, aka van. Young male in his 20s, he is so cute! Old guy, probably. Yeah, yep, The young man started speaking enthusiastically to Hitomi. She looks like her soul has left her body and she wants nothing to do with this man. Can he not read body language? The detective watched, uncertain. Was this really the kidnapper? Oh, we got choices. All right. You'll encounter selections like these during the story. These choices will change the lives of other people in addition to changing your own fate. Use up and down to make your choice, then press A. The current choice will not impact you or any of the other protagonists. Okay, this is just like for demonstration purposes. So that's gotta be him. Kano took a step forward, then hesitated. The situation wasn't entirely clear. We needed to get a better look at things. I'm pretty sure this dude's just handing out flyers, so. Imagine these 3-year-old guys cramped in the back of a tiny Suzuki, man. Yes, exactly. I'm gonna go with B. I think we need to wait it out for a second. The situation still wasn't entirely clear. He needed to get a better look at things. The newcomer held a bundle of letter-sized paper, which he showed Hitomi as he went on talking. He tried to hand her one of the papers. She pointedly ignored him. Undeterred, the man kept trying to foist it off on her. What is... This is like a fucking GRE right now. What is with some of these words? Undeterred? Foist? Never in my life have I used the word foist in casual conversation. You must take some training as those sign my environmental petition scammers. They don't give a fuck. That's true. That's true. They are there for those signatures and they do not care what they have to do to get them. Hitomi refused to respond, becoming as motionless as the statue of Hachiko behind her. Till finally, the man gave up and walked away. Silly petition man. Thesaurus, the game. Yeah, exactly. Guess it wasn't him. Kano felt the tension of the moment linger in his spine. Guy must have been hitting on her. Yep, that's what was happening. Why are we defining this? Succeeding at meeting someone on the fly like this takes a special knack. Looks are also important. Sometimes, of course, the person trying to get your attention out of nowhere is just trying to make a sales pitch for a product or a nearby establishment. At first glance, it isn't always easy to tell the difference. Except it was. People hitting on me typically don't have flyers in their hand. But sure, Sasayama, you are a pro. Look at that man's face and tell me he is not a pro. I mean, she is pretty cute and all. Oh, not professional, bro. She's... Did they say she was 18 or 19? Super incognito hobo. I know, right? Honestly, the wig is spot on. 19. 19? Wait, we could go back. We can go back and find out. 19. Okay, she's 19. He had a point. Though, of course. Something in Sasayama's voice made Kano brace himself. She's got nothing on my Mi-chan. Oh, no. Listen to this sitcom music right now. Oh, no. Sweet porn music. Bow chicka wow wow. Mi-chan was Sasayama's wife. They'd gotten married last month. Oh god, he's one of those people. Okay. Oh. Let me tell you, Kano, married life is the best. You gotta hurry up and give it a try for yourself. We look so fucking done with this guy right now. Sweet Seinfeld porno rip-off music. Yes, Seinfeld is exactly what I thought of. Thank you. This is awful. Okay, this was Sasayama's favorite topic lately, and Kano was getting more and more fed up with it. Look at my face. Sasayama, come on, just knock it off, okay? The phrase had become a common refrain of his since the department partnered them. Fine, fine. Let's talk about your girlfriend then. Huh? Now you can't be serious. Sasayama leaned in close again. What's she like? We're not having this conversation. Kano muttered, looking away. Aw, come on. This hobo is so unprofessional. Sasayama set his hands on Kano's chest, still playing the homeless troublemaker. Show me your phone. Let me see your lock screen. Huh? Sasayama pawed for the phone. You've got a picture of your girl on your lock screen, yeah? I do not. But he did. It was scary how on the mark Sasayama's instincts were. Hey, cut it out. We're in the middle of an investigation. I am investigating. Sasayama chuckled as he plucked the phone from Kano's pocket. But he's a guy! God, do you think we'll have one of those plot twists? His face scrunched up with astonishment as he looked at the lock screen. The heck is this? It's not... Ain't this Masami Nagahama? A national star. Tends to play the heroine on national morning soap operas or in national historical dramas. Her songs have been a series of national hits, and she's even slated to host the year-end national singing competition program. Everything about her is national. I'm going to be disappointed if there's not a cult. Oh man, I don't know if this one will have one or not. He landed some J-pop star. Yeah, that's what it sounds like. Masami, huh? Kano realized that he had to bite the bullet. No, that's my girlfriend. Her name's Rumi, and she's... Sasayama cut him off. You're telling me this ain't Masami Nagahama, the famous actress? Because this right here is Masami Nagahama. Like I said, sly old dog trying to make it look like you're dating Masami. I'm just Masami. I'm not. I mean, I guess Rumi does kind of look like her. Sasayama let out a huff. For real? You really think I'm gonna fall for that? There's nothing to fall for, I swear. Sasayama scowled, unconvinced. Wow, look at... Okay, wait. First of all, hold up. Hold up. Slow the fuck down. This is a flip phone. Look... Oh god, this is beautiful. Catfish? So I can't tell if he's like trying to use a celebrity picture to pretend it's his girlfriend, or if he's trying to cover up the fact that he is dating a celebrity and like she actually is his girlfriend, but he's trying to pretend it's a different person to like protect her. I can't tell which one is going on. All right, then why don't you marry her? Kano stammered but had no answer. Truth was, he would have happily married her already, but there were obstacles that needed to be overcome. What, like meeting her? Okay, playtime's over. Let's focus on the job. Sasayama handed back Kano's phone and turned his gaze back to Hitomi. Kano let out a quick, uneasy sigh, but his shoulders did feel looser. Maybe Sasayama had been trying to relieve a bit of the tension. Maybe he should be grateful. This all looks suspicious to someone who is looking for cops waiting. Yeah, right? These are just two crazy people hiding behind like a train car is what it looked like. By now, several minutes had passed since the guy with the papers had gone away. The phone is from 2004? Phone is a FOMA F900i. Epic. Do I want to know why you know that? That's so specific. He peered at Hitomi. The strain on her face was visible. In addition to the weight of the case itself, the 10,000 yen bills it held weighed close to 6 kilos. Oh boy, what is that in like American weight? Kilo to 6 kilos, 13 pounds. That was a heavy ass briefcase for sure. Her slender arms must have been getting tired. Still, she refused to set the case down. She wasn't taking any chances with her sister's life. Kidnapping case began the day before around 7 p.m. This is MPD dispatch. The Shibuya precinct is reporting a missing person believed to be an abduction. In Japanese law, the act of indirectly luring or deceiving someone into the control of a third party is known as a kidnapping. Using forcible threats or violence to achieve the same results is an abduction. Oh, interesting. Do we have a distinction like that here? I don't think we do. Subject is Maria Asawa, a 19-year-old student at Midoriyama Academy, last seen at the LL Diner near campus. A man was allegedly seen forcing her into a car nearby. All officers in the vicinity report to the scene at once. Kano and Sasayama had been working a burglary case in Jugume's 5th district when they got the call. The two arrived at LL Diner at 7:15 p.m. At roughly the same time, several other officers showed up to secure the scene, blocking off the entry to nearby roadways and monitoring the surrounding establishments. Look at what a great detective I am. Inside the restaurant, Kano and Sasayama were met by the girl who'd reported the kidnapping. It was the victim's twin sister, Hitomi. Could you tell us about when Maria was taken, starting it from the very beginning? Kano said, keeping his voice low. My sister and I, we were supposed to go to a party together today. Hitomi was trembling, her voice hoarse. Oh, but I messed up the time. I showed up right at 7, an hour later than I was supposed to. Is this what the homeless guy actually looks like on the left? He looks so much better with a haircut. So, Maria had gone alone to the party, a mixer for locals and exchange students. Hitomi, arriving late, had showed up just in time to glance through and see through the restaurant window and see her sister getting shoved into a car. She described the vehicle as a blue station wagon of Japanese make. Why did something like this happen to her? Hitomi held back tears, but she was shaking all over. Did you get a good look at the kidnapper? Yes, it was a man, middle-aged. What? There was another eyewitness, Leland Palmer. Oh my god. This just screams 90s, and it's beautiful. He identified himself as a lecturer at Hitomi and Maria's school. I saw too. It's like Hitomi says. I heard Hitomi cry out, and so I went to the window to look, and his Japanese was halting as if he hadn't been in the country very long. Was I supposed to read that in Japanese? Oh, her shirt looks like a cut here, yeah, with the little ribbon. And I think that maybe, I don't know who's saying this, and I think that maybe the kidnapper was working alone. Leland explained that he had seen the man shove Maria into the back seat, then climb into the driver's seat. And clamber! I'm sorry, clamber. Let me break out my thesaurus. He clambered. If he had been an accomplice, wouldn't they have been driving? If he had an accomplice, wouldn't they have been driving? Neither Hitomi nor Leland had gotten a look at the suspect's face. Kano was interviewing others who had been on the scene, looking for other potential witnesses, when his phone rang. It was Yoshio? Kajiwara, one of the senior detectives. We've set up a task force for the investigation. Get back to the station once you have a handle on the situation there. A whole task force. Barely half an hour had passed between the time of the kidnapping was reported and the time the task force began operation. Roughly 150 people are working on a case in Shibuya Precinct's conference room. The main force at work is HQ's finest special investigations unit. Additionally, other detective sections and a riot squad and investigators from neighboring precincts have all been assembled. Damn, for one kidnapping? Is this a rich family? What the shit? Is the leader of a task force a task manager? Yes, I want to say yes. Oh man, we got a bulletin board going. When Kano and Sasayama got back to the precinct station, Kyusei had already arrived from headquarters. He informed them that a response team had been formed to investigate the victim's home. Response team. In a case where someone has been abducted for ransom, it is often difficult to resolve the situation without cooperating with the victim's family. But the families can also be a hindrance in making an arrest. To help guide the family's actions, a response team is assembled and stationed at the victim's home, led by an investigator with proper training. Well, he better know how to control the situation. Alternative plans and delete the obstacles? Oh. Yes, we do. Yes, we know how to do that. Kano could feel the particular tension in the air. Unfamiliar MPD detectives scurried to and fro around the Shibuya offices. He pulled one of them aside to get a quick update. Listen to this dramatic detective music right now. An hour had now passed since the kidnapping. There had been one new development. The perpetrator had made a threatening call to the victim's home. He said the following. Tomorrow, 10 a.m., by Hachiko in Shibuya. Have the twin sister Hitomi bring 50 million yen. If not, the girl's life is forfeit. I like how they could just pull this off as twins and just hire one actress. Top. Kajiwara from the precinct was put on the response team along with the detectives from elsewhere who had received special training in abduction cases. Normally, a local precinct detective would have gone undercover in a victim's home. However, Kyusei, had decided that having a knowledgeable local was crucial and had sent Kajiwara along. Detectives disguised themselves as delivery people and movers to make way inside without arousing suspicion. I'm sorry, if people showed up at, like, if a delivery man and a mover showed up at my house today, when I'm not planning to move or go anywhere or get a delivery, I would have been like, excuse me? And I would have been more suspicious. What? How is that a good plan? Good night, Cookie. Thank you for being here. I hope you sleep well. See you next time. Slow dramatic music like it's composed by John Carpenter himself. Oh God. Okay, they arrived there at 8:30. Oh no, wait. Is the team disguised so that if the kidnapper looks in on the house, it looks not suspicious? Is that the idea? The response team had come prepared to run a trace if the kidnapper contacted the family a second time. I think we all know what a trace is. But there were no further calls. Those Dell laptops, though. Kano checked his watch again. 20 minutes had now passed since the time designated for the ransom handoff. The kidnapper had yet to appear. Crap. You think we might have spooked him? He wondered out loud. Hey, stay calm. Sasayama scanned through the passing throng. He's just playing with us. Why'd this guy even pick this place? Kano's voice voiced the question he'd been asking himself ever since he'd heard the kidnapper's demands. Sasayama shrugged. Figured he must want to blend in with the crowd, nab the money, and disappear before anyone knows he's there, would be my guess. In that case, why not pick Shinjuku or Ginza? The big crowd didn't just benefit the kidnapper, after all. It also allowed the police to use the sea of people to conceal their own operation. Yeah, it's like a lot of people. Right now, there were 50 detectives stationed within 50-meter radius of where Hitomi stood. The kidnapper would be taking a major risk if he was planning to nab the ransom money and run. That's what bothered Kano. Any criminal with half a brain would know better than to do a handoff in front of Hachiko. You're overthinking things, pal, Sasayama grumbled. No, I'm not. Kano reached in his pocket and pulled out his notepad. Oh, yes. Yes! This was Kano's Dick Diary, which he always kept close at hand. Sasayama rolled his eyes. That thing again? Kano ignored him, flipping through the notepad pages. Aha! Here it is! Dick Dictum number 89. The more irrelevant something seems, the more relevant it is bound to be. Dick is slang for detective, you dirty birds. Are you sure? Are you sure? What about Dick Dictum? Say that like 10 times fast and tell me it doesn't make you smile. It was a favorite saying of Kyuzo Tatano. Okay, Richard. An assistant inspector from the Shibuya precinct. Tatano was the kind of detective Kano aspired to be. For the current operation he'd been placed in charge of Hitomi's personal safety. He was in a position to defend her as soon as the ransom had been handed off. Of course, Hitomi hadn't been informed of how much protection she was under. There was a risk that if she acted too secure, it might alert the kidnapper. I think Tatano has the right idea. Sasayama snorted quietly. Maybe. I mean, he is a great detective, don't get me wrong. But do you know how many irrelevant things there are to consider? Again, Kano ignored him. It didn't matter if nobody else understood. Kano had faith in Tatano as a detective and as an individual. Dictum. Dick Dictum. He had first witnessed Tatano's brilliance during a standoff at the financial company 3 years earlier. A man had shut himself in an office, splashing gasoline everywhere and threatening to set the place ablaze. While the others hesitated, Tatano unflinchingly doused himself with gasoline and strode into the building, where he managed to talk the man down and secure the scene. The others had been awestruck by Tatsuno's actions, and Kano, who at the time had been content to be a run-of-the-mill policeman, had found it quite inspiring. Boggs, did you sneeze? Did you just bless yourself? Still, you know? Sasayama muttered under his breath. As great a detective as Tatsuno is, it's not like anyone else in the world has ever heard of him. Cough, but close enough. I'll take it. A reasonable excuse. I suppose not, Kano said. So? Only time anyone ever hears the cop's name is if they get caught up in a scandal or killed in the line of duty. I mean, doesn't really seem fair, does it? Kano just shrugged. It was a strange definition of unfair, really. I mean, you've got celebrity chefs, celebrity hairdressers and stuff, so how come no celebrity gumshoes, you know? Look, please, can you just focus on what we're doing here? Kano rubbed his eyes, then turned his attention back to Hitomi. What's the matter? Didn't sleep? Not enough, I guess. Did you eat? Didn't have time. Between bringing in the supplies for the base of operations, readying the team vehicles, and photocopying hundreds of documents and various other tasks, Kano had barely slept in the previous night and hadn't gotten a meal in either. Base of operations is usually set up in a large room at the precinct, such as an auditorium. MPD and precinct investigators assemble there, and communication equipment, investigation resources, and such are brought in. Because of the scale and scope of these activities, newspaper reporters can be liable to notice. You can use it that way. And so, in cases such as kidnappings where victims' personal safety is at stake, the flow of information is tightly controlled. Makes sense. What have you been doing? Sasayama puffed out his chest. Saving up energy for today? So you were sleeping. Kano gave a wry chuckle at his partner's lack of shame. There he is! Kyusei's voice chirped suddenly through Kano's earpiece. Man in his 20s wearing a sleeveless red jacket? He's carrying a garbage bag. It's Best Boy. A young man emerged from the crowd about 15 feet from where Hitomi was standing. He strode towards her, a sinister look on his face. He didn't match Hitomi's description, but Kano felt a jolt of nerves all the same. Maybe the kidnapper had hired some young street punk to snatch the ransom payment. That's our guy? What do you think, Kano? Sasayama whispered. Yeah, I think he's got to be. This was it. Kano swallowed the lump in his throat. He bent his knees, ready to act fast. Blood rushed into his leg muscles, banishing the stiffness that had begun to take hold. Could this be the culprit? Or perhaps... The young man tried to snatch the briefcase from Hitomi, but she clung to it with desperate strength. Oh my god. It was him! The detectives rushed in! Whoa, hey, what the hell? The young man cried out frantically and tried to dart away, but the officers closed in, forcing him bodily to the ground. Target secured! Oh, geez. I think we've got another suspect on the scene. This must be Kyusei. Eek! He's taken the ransom! Kyusei's hysterics made Kano spin around. Sure enough, a foreign-looking man was sprinting away, the briefcase in hand. The mob of detectives scrambled to pursue. But before Kano could react, most of them had run off, leaving him to look after the original suspect. Hey, Admiral Brocode, welcome! Thank you for the resub! Happy 1 year! Twitch baby, what should we call it? Your Twitch baby's at 9 months. Not a year. Who told you that? Most babies don't gestate for a year. Regardless, thank you so much for the resub, Admiral Brocode. Welcome. You're coming in at an action-packed moment. So get ready. Before Kano could react, most of them had run off, leaving him to look after the original suspect. I did that to Luckless. In case you guys don't know, the other day I did that to Luckless. He subbed for a year and I told him happy Twitch baby and then was like, wait a minute. What should I do with this guy, sir? He might have some connection to the kidnapper. Should I bring him in? Huh? Oh, sure, that'd be swell. I'm on it. With the help of the remaining detectives, Kano's brought the suspect back to the Shibuya precinct. We captured Best Boy. Look, how many times do we have to go through this? Cut the crap! In the interrogation room, the young man who had gave his name as Aichi Endo steadfastly insisted on his innocence. Why'd you try to steal the case? Kano watched Aichi's face intensely. Like I said, it looked heavy, so I just was trying to help her out. It wasn't inconceivable that the young guy would want to help out a pretty girl, but Hitomi was just standing there, hardly in desperate need of assistance. Beat him up? That's how you'd interrogate a dude? Just beat the shit out of him? These are too tight right now. It's a mature baby, came out with a beard and tattoos. Yeah, exactly. She hadn't set the case down, so I figured there must have been something important inside. An entry from Kano's Dick diary shot through his mind. Dick dictum number 25. When the tongue slips, grab it and yank out the truth. I'm gonna start living by these dick dictums. Classic advice for questioning. Something important, you say, such as? How the heck would I know? Aichi spat. He huffed and slumped back in his chair. He looks so annoyed. Look at this Best Boy. Julie, welcome. Hi, how are you? Payne gets info. They tell you what they think you want to hear. That's true. It might not necessarily be the truth. It's just what they think you want. But yeah. Yes, yes. This standard textbook back and forth had been going on for nearly an hour. Kano didn't mind. Chasing down criminals was all well and good, but questioning suspects was another key part of the job. Plenty of off-the-case workers went into cracking a case. Once again, he had Aichi explain what he had been doing, starting from the beginning. When Kano finally emerged from the interrogation room for a short break, he had learned that there had been some progress on the case at the crime scene. What the police hadn't been able to determine yet, however, was whether or not Maria was safe. Fighting back his anxiety, Kano consulted his Dick diary. Dick dictum number 54. Haste makes waste. Live by that. 10,000 volts to the nuts? How about to the nipples? I just spent 2 hours playing Smash and yelling about how good of a boy Ryuji is. Is he in the new Smash? I thought they were just putting the protagonist, the Persona 5 protagonist in there. I might have been a little drunk. Julie, you're underage. You were drinking orange juice. Now that's just a good time. Oh, I see. Why are there so many dicks in this game? Julie, okay, Admiral Broca, Julie, let me catch you guys up to speed real quick. So we are a detective named Kano. We are working a kidnapping case. There was a set of twins, Maria and Hitomi. Maria got kidnapped, and the kidnapper requested that the other twin sister bring roughly $500,000 to a spot for them to pick it up. And we were staking out the scene, trying to catch this kidnapper. And the kidnapper just ran with the case. Oh. For some reason, I thought you were younger than that, Julie. Why am I so confused? What level of college are you in? I graduated college at 21, so maybe that's why I'm confused. So the kidnapper took the ransom case. We slammed down this guy that we're interrogating now because he tried to grab the case, and we're interrogating him to find out more. That's pretty much all you need to know. But as a detective, we carry around this notebook. We carry around this notebook with us that has these dick dictums, which are just like words of advice to ourselves. You'll be a senior in September. I guess I've always been a year younger in my grade for everything. I graduated high school at 18. Well, yeah. So I guess that's right. I guess that's right. You become 65? Damn, Julie, aging fast. All right, haste makes waste. He felt his tension subside, remembering the right maximum amount helped. It was like casting a spell. Remembering the right maxim? I don't even know this word, maxim. Definition. Maxim, a short, pithy statement expressing a general truth or rule of conduct. Guys, this is all you need to study for the GRE, I'm telling you. By the way, guys, coming in, we have new emotes. We have Bless Boggs for when Boggs sneezes. And we have a new tier 3, which is the Golden Heart. No more goldfish. Also, I'm only playing this game for this one stream and then never again. That's what we're calling Miro Minis. I'm just gonna play a game for one spurt and then call it quits, and that's all you get, and we'll never finish it. No more goldfish. If you guys want the goldfish back, we have more slots. Right? Doesn't that heart look dope? It looks cool. You graduated 17 years ago? I graduated 4 years ago. Oof. I don't even like that number. Your class of 2020? Okay, that's actually pretty rad. I was class 2015. Graduated college 9 years ago? You're 35. You're seasoned. You're seasoned. You're not old, you're seasoned. There you go. Okay, so we have maxims of learning. Bless Boggs. Bless Boggs, we get to use it. He just sneezed. Kana returned to confront Aichi once more. You were there to act as a distraction, to mess up the investigation, weren't you? Huh? Aichi looked a bit dumbfounded. What are you on about? Dictictum number 55. The truth hungers to be free. You hungry? You're going back to get your master's. Oh, Admiral Bro Code. Good luck. Also, I'm very curious as somebody who obviously has had, 17 years gap years, if you could call it that. When you're applying to graduate schools, how difficult do you find it? Because don't they require like your fucking transcripts from 17 years ago and like GRE scores and stuff? I don't think there's anything that's like, oh, you're 35, you get a pass on all that, come on into our college, right? How difficult is that? Because I've been thinking about that because I have a cousin who also did like the same sort of thing. She took like 10 years in between college or graduate school. And I feel like that would be very difficult. That's all. Dictictum number 55. The truth hungers to be free. You hungry? Got some katsudon here if you'd like. A Japanese dish consisting of a bowl of white rice topped with breaded pork cutlet and egg. There are several variations such as sauce katsudon, where the egg is replaced with Worcestershire sauce, and miso katsudon, where the pork is stewed in miso. Not typically the sort of thing a policeman offers a suspect during an interrogation. This could be seen as baiting with food and is to be avoided. Not very for me because I have the money. The money for like tuition? You like buying your way in? Don't schools require you to have the admissions paperwork? Still gonna take the GRE or a relevant test, I assume. Yeah, that's what I would think. Like, I feel like they say, this is what I was told when I graduated. They said, take the GRE right now while you're still in school because you will get the highest grade that you will. Because after you're out of school for a while, your brain kind of like relaxes and you're gonna forget how to do a lot of the shit that's on the GRE. So take it now, get your scores, and then they're good for 5 years, so you can have like up to 5 years of gap year before deciding whether or not you want to go to graduate school. Because the longer you're out of school, the lower your GRE scores could potentially be if you were to take it later. Also, yes, what are you getting your master's in? That's a good question. Oh boy, GRE. We're studying right now, you guys. We just learned the word maxim. Aichi nodded silently. Oh, that looks great. Aichi devoured a bowl of katsudon with gusto. See, gusto, that's another good word. He looked like he hadn't eaten in a while. God, I hope I never have to get my master's. I was over school like 6 years ago. That's the other thing. After I got out of school, like I am just so glad in my soul not to be in school anymore. I never want to go back. Because I have a bachelor's and I've already taken my entrance exams last year so that you can qualify. You'll be doing aerospace engineering. Holy shit, you definitely need a GRE for that. So you just take entrance exams. Woof, duh. Struggled saying that one. You're going on Thursdays to take one of the tests for certification because PhD isn't enough for bureaucrats. Damn, you guys, good luck on all of your tests and admissions and stuff, guys. Jesus. I just play video games. All right then, spill it. What's this guy after? Aichi just shrugged. I don't know. He muttered, a thick slice of egg-laden pork between his teeth. How many accomplices do you have? Kano asked, but Aichi just shook his head and inhaled his food. Resigningly, Kano flipped through his notebook once more. Oh, we're gonna get another one. Let's see, number 155. Use the lights to your advantage. As the minutes ticked past, he found himself referring to his book again and again, trying a dozen different methods to tease whatever his suspect might be hiding. I'm getting the feeling that we are the world's shittiest cop. I'm getting an inkling. I love video games too. Perfect. I honestly found grad stuff way less stressful because you usually only have 2 to 3 classes a semester. Way more time if you plan at all. That does sound actually a lot better. I feel like though, I've only seen graduate school from somebody pursuing an academic sort of role. So there's typically like teaching or TA work or something else that goes along with that because you're working towards like professor. So I guess if you go for something else, that wouldn't be a thing. No, because Jorah, you had to do teaching too, didn't you? They whined that I didn't give them an official transcript for undergrad, even though the one for graduate still shows my bachelor's. I needed to verify that I had a bachelor's even though I had a PhD. Oh, interesting. I currently only have 3 classes a quarter. It's hell. I don't have to think about school for the next 3 months, so video games! Julie, you got Persona yet? And a controller? Oh yes, much teaching. See, like that, like I could do the classes. I could do the schoolwork, I could write the papers. Golden. Teaching? No. Absolutely not. 6 classes a semester? That's a chunk of a class. It's a hefty chonker. Okay. The experience began to feel strangely surreal. Their 2 voices echoing hollowly in the interrogation room. I'm looking for a new challenge, and I want to be at the head of the newest technologies related to space travel. I dream about being on a team that helps get the first people on Mars. I don't think that will happen, but I'm going to try my damn hardest to make it happen. Admiral Code, I envy your passion. You can do it. Also, would you ever consider working with Elon Musk? Do you think he's gonna make it to Mars? I'm curious on your stance. That's next on my list to buy. Oh, you don't have a controller yet? Oh, Julie, I'm so sorry. I have broken a couple, otherwise I would have a spare to send you. I challenged myself to eat 2 pints of Ben & Jerry's at once. Is that a good challenge? Yes. Whatever your heart desires. Different people have different levels of challenges, and you can't compare yourself, honestly. If you're lactose intolerant like me, eating 2 pints of ice cream would be a hell of a challenge and maybe a death sentence. So that would, yeah. the challenge. Eventually, Kano looked at the clock and realized that the questioning had been going on for nearly 5 hours. He still hadn't made any headway. What was he supposed to do next? Tatano would know, but he sure didn't. Still, he was determined to do whatever he could to make the victim and her family safe. Gritting his teeth in frustration, he perused the Dick Diary like it was scripture. Oh my god, he's so fucking done with us. Look at that face. Oh man, he's done with his food. My undergrad advisor gave me a crazy compliment today. He told me that high school physics teacher is one of the most important jobs in the world. Oh, well that's nice. That's great. Yo, I found out that Elon Musk vague tweeted my sister today. What does that mean, vague tweeted? And I think that's fantastic. What's vague tweeted? Is that a typo? Do I not know how Twitter works? I don't know what that means. Get off my lawn. Meh. Number 116. The monotonous questioning had clearly tired Aichi out. His eyelids drooped as they were beginning to get heavy. Number 117. Get them while they're get them when they're tired. Kano's eyes gleamed. You're part of some criminal gang, huh? Oh, and he's dead. Aichi's head slumped forward heavily. Nodding off was basically the same thing as nodding, right? God. Mr. Cuse, I did it. The young guy we grabbed at the handoff site, he's finally confessed to the crime. What? What are you talking about? Cuse laughed in disbelief. We're just about to apprehend the mastermind here. Huh? Kano clutched his cell phone, dumbstruck. Well, listen, why don't you, look, just wait there at the headquarters, okay? No, can't be. You fucked up. Dead end. He did what to your sister? After the kidnapping case wrapped up, Kano tendered his resignation. Guess I'm not cut out to be a detective after all, he thought to himself. He dropped the Dick Diary on his desk and left Shibuya Precinct for the last time. Wah wah. Since he's the first to create the first reusable rocket boosters, he's ahead of the game, but NASA's work on the plasma rockets to increase propulsion so it takes 3 months instead of 9 to make it to Mars would be a great project to work on. I really wish that A, it wasn't a matter of money, and I wish that B, people would work together so you could have reusable rockets that are also plasma, right? Like, I feel like great minds could come together and find the best of both worlds. But both of those sound like promising things. Maybe the reusable rocket boosters more so for like, what's the word I want? Probes? Unmanned crafts? And the plasma rockets for actual people, because you need the shorter distance. By the time you get out of school, we might be deciding to fund science again too. Oh, really? That's actually great news. Speaking of the thesaurus stream, a coworker used a word recalcitrant in passing. It was pretty fantastic. Recalcitrant? Recalcitrant. Having an obscenely uncooperative attitude towards authority or discipline. Oh, synonyms, Miro. So my sister works as the director for NASA rocket launches. So you see that shit on TV, that's her. And they were covering a SpaceX launch, but something went wrong and the SpaceX guys came on their radio saying to cut away, so she did. Later, on Twitter, someone asked Elon why they cut away, and he said the directors made a mistake, so Elon lied about my sister on Twitter and I'll fight him. Oh no, drama. So wait, your sister was following an order and Elon is mad about it, Why would he be mad at the sister, though? It wasn't her call. She wasn't the one that made the mistake. I'm confused. Every rocket booster made until Musk was discarded in space until they burn up in the atmosphere. Yeah, but since it costs so much money, to me it makes sense to have them be reusable. That's what made it such a big thing having when they made the first re-landing rocket. Yes, yeah. That's true, they are a stock company. That's true. We got a bad ending. However, this does not mean that the choice you made for Kano was the wrong one. One of the other protagonists, Aichi Endo, has an impact on Kano's fate here. You can avoid the bad end by making a proper decision in another character's story. For a detailed hint, check the tip by underlining the bad end, then pressing X and then A. Kano had every reason to suspect Aichi Endo, but arresting him turned out to be a mistake. If Aichi hadn't approached Hitomi, this wouldn't have happened. Try playing Aichi's story up to 10:30 and make a choice that keeps him from going up to her. If you do that, Kano won't even have a chance to arrest him, and things should play out differently. Let's do it! I see. Okay, that makes sense. All right, we're gonna be best boy now. Are you guys ready to play this boy? I'm so excited to play Aichi. You can now select Aichi as one of the protagonists. Let's follow Aichi's story for a little while. You guys, this guy's literally the best thing ever. Wait, why are we nude? Oh no. Cover your eyes, children. Oh, we have pants on. It's fine. Oh, let's dramatically put on our shirt. Best boy. Aichi Endo called out his door to his father's room. Okay, I'm headed out. Sure. His father sounded unconcerned. He didn't even open the door. Sure you don't want me to stay here in the shop? It's not like we're gonna get any customers. Aichi grimaced. Yeah, I guess not. The drawer by the front door held a stack of heavy-duty trash bags. Aichi pulled a few of them out. Guess it's gonna be that kind of day. He stuffed the trash bags into his pocket and then slipped on his favorite pair of sneakers. The entryway to Aichi's home also led into the family shop. Various pieces of electronics were piled up like so much junk in a tiny retail space. The slightest bump brought the risk of an avalanche. Aichi wove this way through the gaps in the appliances like a spelunker exploring a cave. From Shibuya Station, if you make your way past the 109 buildings, then through Dogonzaka, you'll come across an old shopping district. Nestled in the outskirts of Endo Electronics in the same place it's been for decades, within the dimly lit interior you'll find rows of wares all caked in dust. At a glance, you might well assume the place was closed. A ma-and-pop place like Endo's couldn't compete with big consumer chains blooming throughout Shibuya. So far, the store had remained in business thanks to locals who appreciated that they made house calls to do repairs. But things weren't looking good for the future. Aichi, the oldest son, the eldest son, and nominal successor to the business, had no interest whatsoever in working there. The real definition. A vague tweet is when you passive-aggressively make a tweet about someone without saying their name, but like everyone knows who it's about. Oh, that makes sense. Okay, I get it. Aichi stepped out of the shop into the sunny morning air. The good weather lifted his spirits. Alrighty, time to do this. Guys, look at this best fucking boy, okay? Please, appreciate Aichi. He unfurled one of the big garbage bags, which caught the wind and fluttered like a cape. Then, he slowly made his way around Shibuya Station, scanning his surroundings all the while. Sheesh, this place is filthy. He paused to pick up a plastic bottle that had been tossed on the ground. Then, with a heavy sigh, he slipped the crushed receptacle into his trash bag. He's best boy, Julie. He's sweet bean picking up trash. He'd been picking up trash around town like this for about 6 months now. It had gotten so that the sort of garbage most people would hardly notice stood out to him like a sore thumb. Thumb? Yeah, where'd that R come from? Thumb. Most days he'd fill his trash bag to the top by the time he had made it from his house to the train station. Today, he was halfway to the station when a woman's anxious voice caught his attention. "I'm sorry. I'm in a bit of a hurry here." He looked up and saw a timid-looking woman being confronted by 2 men, one with brown hair, one with black. From the look of them, he guessed that the men were scouts from some hostess nightclub. He ran into this sort of thing pretty frequently on his trash cleaning walks around town. This boy is cleaning up the trash. Another kind of trash to take care of. Aichi quickly interposed himself between the girl and the 2 recruiters. "Hey, can't you see that you're bothering her?" "Huh? Who the hell are you?" 2 men glared. "Take a hike, pal." Aichi stood his ground. "Look, she ain't interested. You're just gonna have to find some other mark." The hustler's annoyance turned to open rage. Well, listen to you. Got a bit of a mouth, huh, buddy?" The brown-haired thug smacked his lips around his chewing gum like a dog worrying a bone. "How about we take this someplace more quiet, yeah?" Oh my god, we can read about a place that's quiet. What this means can depend on the person speaking. To a young woman, let's go someplace quiet might suggest a cafe or a park. But to a street punk, it might mean an alleyway where passerbys are unlikely to interrupt. The girl stood by, uneasily watching the goings-on. "Hey, take it easy. I'm not looking for trouble." "Is that supposed to be an apology?" "On your knees and beg, pal." The man spat his gum onto the ground. Aichi looked down at the glistening wad of gum on the sidewalk. His last shred of goodwill vanished. "You better pick that up. Right now." "What? Nani?" "Did you hear me? 'Cause I told you to get down on your knees. And back?" Oh, and he's trying to say and beg, and then gets act. "'Cause I told you to get down on your knees and ah!" Aichi's hand shot out, grabbing the man by the jaw. Whoa, easy, pal." The other man's bravado drained from his face. Aichi tightened his grip on the brown-haired hustler's jaw. Sweat dripped from the man's reddening brow. The man struggled, but Aichi just tightened his grip. Gum's a real pain in the ass to clean up after it's gotten stuck on the street, you know? Ever can stop to consider that? Wait, are you... The other hustler's panicked eyes fixed on Aichi's chest. Gah! Crap! That shirt, man! The guy's voice started to break. "That's Mean Clean! The guy with the Mean Clean shirt! Carrying around a trash bag? That means you're..." His face went pale. "What? Mean Clean?" The other guy's voice echoed the words through his held-shut jaw, tears welling up in his eyes. "Get it right, pal." Aichi clenched the man's jaw harder still. "It's Mean Clean." Ow. We're sorry, man. You're Aichi, right? Dude, we honestly had no idea. Come on, man. You gotta cut us some slack. The man scrambled to snatch the wad of gum off the street, stuffing it into his pants pocket. Finally, Aichi let go of his companion. The brown-haired hustler's face was twisted with fear, tears streaming down his cheek. Gasping out hasty apologies, the 2 thugs scampered off. Hey, so..." A shy smile came to the girl's face. "Thank you for saving me." The girl, Ryoko Kikinuma, a second-year student at Midoriyama's Academy Law School. These hustlers managed to corner her while she was on her way to her part-time job at a cafe. It's a popular plot in trashy e-novels for the main character to fall in love with a hustler like these guys, but such things rarely happen in real life. Guys, it's fucking Mean Clean. He's a trash vigilante. You guys can't tell me he's not the best character you've ever seen in your life. No, I apologize. Huh? The girl stammered in surprise. You'll run into creeps like that now and then, but don't hold it against us. Shibuya's a good town. Yeah, okay. Aichi gave her a quick wave, then turned and continued his way down Doganzaka. He's like a trash hero. He's the trash panda hero we all deserve. Aichi was Shibuya born and raised. He was keenly aware of all the changes the ward had seen since he was a kid. Grocer stalls and inconspicuous little side streets, tiny parks nestled between buildings. Aichi knew it all like the back of his hand. Trash, human or otherwise, had no place in this town, not on his watch. Can someone throw that clip into the... Oh, yes, I can. I can do that. I don't think any of our clip queens are here. Cookie can do it too, but she's asleep. I'll do it. Also, Julie, if you would like that role, I can give it to you since you are a mod. I would trust you with my clips. I'll go ahead and do that, actually. There you go. Julie, you're now clip queen. Actually, has anybody heard from Seishi? I haven't seen her in a while. Is she okay? Is she doing all right? Is she just busy with school? I miss her. Aichi made his way down towards Shibuya Station. Throngs of people shuffled to and fro across the scramble. The view shifted constantly from one movement to the next, almost as if the city itself were alive. And if the city were a living thing, then Shibuya Station was its heart. Like Bunkamira Dori and Center Guy serving as the arteries pumping the bloodstream made of people. Today, as ever, the heart was pumping that blood in every nook and cranny of Shibuya. And there was Aichi, just another part of this great urban organism. She trusts me with her clips. I'm honored. Yes, I do. Rip Seishi. Oh, that's right. Jorah can too, huh? That's okay, Jorah. Don't worry about it. I got it. Guess I'm one of the city's white blood cells. Or, wait, maybe I'm a red blood cell? Hold on. Is that right? Or did I have it right the first time? White blood cells eliminate pathogens from the bloodstream. Red blood cells carry oxygen throughout the body. Aichi was probably thinking of white blood cells. He's sweet, but he's an idiot. Emerging from his reverie, he noticed a rather conspicuous young woman standing by the statue of Hachiko outside Shibuya Station. Oh, she's totally my type. To be up someone's alley. To be someone's cup of tea. These fucking pointless definitions are my favorite thing in the whole world. Wonder if she's a model or a small-time actress or something. She is really cute. It's like she's waiting for someone. Probably another guy. Dang. Good looking as she was, there was no way she wasn't already taken. What kind of guy scored a girl like that? Probably a rich-ass CEO of an IT company or something. How the fuck are you going to use two idioms and try to explain another idiom? Idiomception? Crashing down to tie off the trash bag, he continued to gaze wistfully at the girl. Then he noticed something peculiar. She was carrying a briefcase, the kind a businessman might use. It was a large case, and apparently so heavy that she was struggling to hold it despite using both hands. Okay, we get to make a decision. You've reached a decision point. Let's have Aichi not approach Hitomi. Turned into a dating sim as usual. Welcome, post-apocalypse. Hi, how are you? I I have a theory that literally any game is secretly a dating sim and you just don't know it. Now what kind of person makes a young lady lug around something heavy like that? Aichi figured he'd offer to carry it for her. But first, I gotta dump this trash. He looked around to see if there was a garbage bin nearby. We don't want to approach the lady with garbo. Let's take out the trash and get rid of our garbo. But first, I gotta dump this trash. He looked around to see if there was a garbage bin nearby. Now Aichi won't approach Hitomi, which means he will avoid being arrested by Kano. At the same time, Kano's fate will also change. He will no longer wind up at a bad end. So let's switch back to Kano's story using the time chart. Press Y to open it. This is the time chart. It shows the protagonist's progression through the story. Decision points are marked with a split divergent symbol. Kano's fate has changed based on Aichi's actions. Select Kano's 1030 block and press A. Alright. This is 1030? Yeah, this is 1030. Doom? Yes, dating sim. I suppose you could call it that. Kano gave a wry chuckle at his partner's lack of shame. There he is! Kyusei's voice chirped suddenly through Kano's earpiece. Oh god, that dude looks flat out fucking sinister. The man in the black coat! He's not Japanese, he looks to be in his early 30s. Previously, Aichi got mixed up with Kano and the police, but now another man has appeared instead. By changing what Aichi did, you've also changed Kano's story. A foreign man had emerged from the crowd about 15 feet from where Hitomi was standing. He made his way towards her, his expression blank. I was about to say Pong isn't, but that's the ultimate dating sim. It brings two players together. Fact. You can't say the main character doesn't date those guns. Oh, in Doom? Yes. He didn't match the description Hitomi had given them, but Kano felt a jolt of nerves all the same. Maybe the kidnapper was using an accomplice to snatch the ransom payment. All right. Sasayama raised an eyebrow. This might be our guy. This was it. Kano swallowed the lump in his throat. He bent his knees, ready for action. Blood rushing into his leg muscles, banishing the stiffness that had begun to take hold. Why is this guy in a trench coat, though? Oh, that looks creepy. Is this the culprit? Or perhaps... The stranger took a hold of the briefcase. It was him! En masse, the detectives began to close in. Let's go, Kano, on it! Sasayama and Kano leapt into action. Can you imagine just seeing a homeless man spring up and start to chase someone down the street? That actually might be terrifying. But they never expected what happened next. With the case clutched in both arms, the man veered suddenly, running right towards them. Whoa. Kano's story has suddenly been hit by a keep out. Keep out refers to a point in the story where your progress is currently stopped. In order to advance beyond a keep out, you need to jump from another protagonist's story. At 10:30, Aichi has the text, young man in a suit, set in red keywords. Checking these red keywords will allow you to jump from Aichi's story back to Kano's. Now, head back to Aichi's story and keep an eye out for that key phrase. Try following the story from Aichi at 10:30. Approach the girl. Boop. You guys can see how this game could get very complex and confusing very fast. Okay, so she's my type. Blah, blah, blah. She's a cutie. I don't want to reread it. How do I just... Not entirely sure. I think there was a button to do it, but I don't know. Bent his knees, ready for action. Not that kind of action. Not that hardcore into the dating yet. That's like a third date sort of deal. We're classy, okay? Classy. Oops. Why is it? Okay. We gotta dump this trash. Huh? A man had come up beside the girl. He was dressed in black, and he wasn't Japanese. It looked like they were having a conversation. I don't know if that counts as a conversation. The girl nodded tensely at something the man said. Aichi stared. Something tells me that's not her boyfriend. The girl handed the briefcase over to the man. He took hold of it with his right hand and began walking briskly away. Whoa! A nearby homeless man suddenly leapt over Aichi and broke into a run, as if he had been waiting for this very moment. See, this would be terrifying. Classy trash panda. Got it. Yes, very classy. Wait, can we observe this homeless man? Oh, some words in text appear in red. Red text denotes important keywords that let you jump between different protagonists. This allows you to shift between characters at a specific point. This can also allow you to clear a keep out in another character's story and let you read on. If you come across red text, press X to underline it, then press A. A window will appear, allowing you to jump from one protagonist to another at that point, then press A to continue. Okay. Going into lurk mode, eating a snack. Sounds good. Just sit back and enjoy the story. Yuji Sasayama, the detective with the Shibuya precinct known as the cosplay detective, due to the strange outfits he wears while on stakeouts. He partnered with Shinya Kano for the kidnapping investigation. That's our resident homeless man there. Okay, let's try this. By performing a jump from this screen, you can advance to another protagonist's story past a keep out. Press A to confirm the jump over to Kano. Pew! We did it. We blasted on over here. Let's go, Kano! On it! Sasayama and Kano leapt into action. You did it! Jump successful. In 428, you often need to jump to get past another character's keep out. Jump from a red keyword to clear a keep out. Keep in mind as you advance through the story. Okay, there won't be any more tutorial messages for a while. If you get stuck somewhere, try changing protagonists or making different decisions to advance. You can now use the time chart on the main menu. From the main menu, you can access gameplay explanations and adjust settings. Press Y to open the time chart and that button, the hamburger button, to open the main menu. Aichi has some fabulous hair, right? He's like Japanese Fabio. Japanese trash vigilante Fabio. Sasayama and Kano leapt into action, but they never expected what happened next. With the case clutched in both arms, the man suddenly veered, running right towards them. What? Catching sight of the two detectives, the suspect staggered to a halt, then bolted off in a new direction. Where'd the banana come from? Was the homeless man eating a banana? Kano whipped his costume glasses off and followed in hot pursuit. At the crosswalk, the signal changed to red and the flow of foot traffic abruptly halted. Just as quickly, hundreds of cars lurched back into motion. Uh-oh. There was no escape for the culprit now, or so it appeared. The converging cops slowed their pace, confident their man was cornered. Whoa. Then the foreigner barreled straight into the intersection, dodging the oncoming cars without any hesitation. The mob of detectives came to a halt, not eager to rush to their deaths along with him. Kano, however, remained in hot pursuit, charging into the traffic at the crossing. Kano, are you crazy? Come back! Kano heard Sasayama shouting, but his feet kept carrying him onwards. Oh, we're gonna get him. I mean, if the car's already stopping. With shouts and sirens echoing all around him, Kano closed in on the foreigner. Just a little closer. Just a little closer and he'd be in tackling range. He leaned forward, preparing to pounce, his eyes fixed on the culprit's feet. It was now or never. Kano, back off! Don't take him down! It was Kyusei shouting through Kano's earpiece. Huh? Kano hesitated in surprise. Had he really just been ordered not to apprehend the criminal? Let him go for now. The real perp is someplace else. Real perp. Perp is police jargon for perpetrator. Here, Kyusei is referring to the fact that the principal offender in this case must be somewhere else. What had happened to the plan? He'd been told that all personnel were to secure the area ASAP. Didn't headquarters want them to catch the perpetrator? Arrest team, stay on the foreigner's trail. Police team dedicated exclusively with the task of apprehending the criminal. While a kidnapping case is in progress, the roles of the officers involved are carefully designated so that every officer is ready to take immediate action as the situation develops. Typically, tried and true veteran MPD officers are put in charge of teams for breaking into buildings or apprehending the suspect. Look at them using their police slang. They even define it for you, in case you don't know what perp is. So nice of them. Arrest team, the team that arrests. Yes. Perfect definition. Hey, I am Bioweapon. Welcome. Hi, how are you? Hello, hello. I'm doing well. I can't speak for the rest of the chat, but I'm okay. How are you? Forensics team, get busy with cross-referencing photos. Less Boggs. Guys, use your emote. He sneezed. I'm gonna get like a jolt of joy every time he sneezes now, just because I'm excited for the emote. I can speak for chat and we are great. Good. Perp, did they mean purse? No, purse. Perp. Forensics team developed by MPD to handle actual tests and techniques of on-scene investigation, such as collecting and comparing fingerprints and analyzing photos of suspects. Even if the foreigner was only an underling. I can't fucking read. Even if the foreigner was only an underling hired for this one task, the police had now tipped their hand that had been lying in wait. If they didn't lock things down now and get more info on the kidnapper, the girl's life might be at stake. Connor reclaimed another maxim from his Dick Diary. The Dick Diary! Dictum number 12. Always assume the worst case scenario. These are just like words to live by. Snot everywhere! Actually, I don't think Boggs snots that much when he sneezes. Oh, thank you, Julie, to make up for all of the previous sneezes. Thank you, thank you. If Cuse had told him to let this guy go, that implied that he was counting on the team that was now in position. But if the crook had planned a way to break through the police dragnet and escape with the ransom, and if he succeeded, what was the right call here? Should he take the guy down or back off after all? Letting the perp escape now is too big of a risk. He had to catch this guy ASAP. Letting the other officers chase after the guy, Kano had his own job to do. I wonder if this game actually lets you ever choose the wrong ending. Like, if there's, like, the wrong options. It seems like you have to stick to a path in order to get to the end, period. But I wonder if there's different ends. I'm curious. You got the print? Oh, good! I'm so happy to hear that. Will you post a picture of it? Oh, I'm excited. He does, but he's quick enough to clean it up before you notice. Oh. The colors look great and it's not too dark. Yes, good score. I'm gonna chase the perp. This will probably go very poorly. Letting the perp escape now is too big of a risk. He had to catch this guy ASAP. The man darted out down a narrow alleyway. Kano ran faster. The man sprinted through the side streets. Evidently, he knew his way around Shibuya pretty well. Ah, somebody's taken Hitomi. Kano recognized Kyuse's trademark squawk immediately. Uh-oh. Maybe I should have stayed behind to protect her. Subject is a male. He appears to be carrying a gun. He's fleeing in the direction of Mijidori. What? Kano could hardly believe it. Hitomi had been kidnapped? Had she been abducted by whoever had taken Maria? But why? Someone must have been waiting for the moment when the police took their eyes off her. Something's very wrong here. What in the world is going on? I totally will later. I'm on the bed at 2. That's fine. That's fine. Just do it whenever you have some time. I'm glad that it looks good though. I really am. Thank you for getting that. Kano saw that the road forked up ahead. The man with the briefcase ran to the left. If the man who had taken Hitomi was headed toward Mijidori, there was a good chance he'd gone down one of the alleyways off to the right. Making a snap judgment, Kano told the detective behind him to follow the case snatcher, then turned around and headed down the nearest alleyway. After darting through some side streets, he spotted a different man, another foreigner, crossing the intersection with a few dozen meters ahead. I can't press the button anymore? What happened? Oh, there it goes. The man was dressed in black, just like the guy who had grabbed the ransom money. Oh, my controller died. That's what happened. Oh, it's sad controller. Oh, that's okay. Accuse's right. The kidnapper wasn't acting alone. But wait, something was amiss. Hitomi isn't with him. Where was she? Kano skidded around the corner, then stopped short. Uh-oh. The man in black was standing there, pointing a gun right at him. Before Kano could react, the man fired. Oh, shit. Oh no, I got him dead. Oh no. Kano felt hot all over, as if he were on fire. All except for his cheek, pressed against the asphalt, and the palms of his hand. They were cold, so cold. There was nothing he could do. Nothing, that is, except lie and watch as his killer turned and walked away. I got super dead. Number 4, shot by a foreigner. Oof, duh. Yeah, my controller's not gonna work anymore. Good job, we did it. Okie dokie. Let's try this one again, and let's not die. To follow or not to follow? F. There was no other decision I could have made before that, so you follow, you die, basically. Okay. I have my own job to do. Kyusei's instructions had been clear. Let the other officers chase down the guy. Kano had his own job to do. He broke off in his pursuit, pointing the next wave of detectives in the direction that the foreigner had fled. Kano had almost gotten close enough to get a good look at the guy's face, but if Kyusei had ordered him to let the guy go, well, his boss should know what he was doing. The perp was someone else's problem now. He just had to cease his ceased his pursuit when Kyusei's panicked voice sounded shrill in his ear. Ah, someone's taken Hitomi! Kano recognized Kyusei's trademark squawking immediately. Subject is male, appears to be carrying a gun! He's fleeing in the direction of Mijidori! What? Kano could hardly believe it. Hitomi had been kidnapped? But had she been abducted by whoever had taken Maria? But why? Someone must have been waiting for the moment the police took their eyes off her. Something was very wrong. What in the world is going on? Kano hurried to search for the man who'd taken Hitomi. If he was headed toward Mijidori, there was a good chance he'd gone down one of the alleyways nearby. Am I gonna end up dead again? Wait, hold on, we've done this. Oh, fuck. Either one ends up in death? Okay. Don't you just hate it when you get shot by a foreigner, right? Okay, so this must mean that we need to go back as Aichi and do something that crosses paths with this guy again to stop him. I'm thinking. Double dead. Just in case you were curious, still dead. By trying to find the man who'd taken Hitomi, Kano ran into a different criminal, but unfortunate for him, he got shot. If the criminal hadn't been able to get near Hitomi, she probably wouldn't have been taken. Have Aichi make a choice to talk to Hitomi instead at 10:35. Okay. If first you don't succeed, die and die again. Just keep dying. All right, let's go back to where we jumped. Oh, I'm out of water. Okay, homeless man jumps over our body, flies away with the young man in the suit. Then, seemingly from everywhere, a whole bunch of other guys burst into motion. First one, then another, a third, a fourth, a fifth, over a dozen now. What the heck? Clearly, something big was going down. Were they after the briefcase? Within moments, Aichi lost sight of them all through the crowd. With that many people chasing him, that guy with the case was sure to get caught. But wait, what about the girl? Aichi turned back around. The girl was still there. She was staring in the direction the man had taken the case. the man who'd taken the case had gone, a worried expression on her face. Aichi couldn't shake the feeling that something was very wrong. Maybe she should go talk to her and ask what was going on. Another crazy day in Shibuya. They had been shooting a scene of a film on location. It would probably be a mistake to intrude. Oh, it's just a movie. Don't worry about it. No. Okay, we obviously know that one's wrong, but I kind of want to do it just for shits and giggles. So, hold on. It would be a mistake to intrude. Yeah, I bet that's what this is. Some TV show about a kidnapping, and the girl has to make their ransom handoff, and there's probably an actor lurking around here playing the suave, handsome detective. And she gave a chuckle and turned away. A soothing breeze blew by as wispy clouds drifted overhead. He'd picked a nice day for a shoot. Smiling inwardly, he resumed his trash-picking mission, wondering what other surprises the day would hold. Then moments later, he heard a loud bang, and the scramble went into an uproar. Huh, someone blow a tire? This is how I go through my life. People were running from all directions to see what had made the sound. Oh, maybe they're shooting an action scene now? Aichi was a tad bit curious, but he strolled away from the scramble without looking back. Maybe he'd head out to Yotsuya today to stretch his legs. I don't know what button works for this anymore. It's this one. Neighborhood of Shinjuku Ward in the southeastern part of Tokyo, located approximately 4 kilometers. Wow, why is this so specific? Oh! While the numbers 4 to 8 in Japanese can be pronounced as the same syllables for Shibuya, they can also be pronounced like the syllables for Yotsuya. Additionally, April 28th is both Shibuya Day and Yotsuya Day, along with Seniors Day. Oh, fun little tidbit there as to how they titled this game. Interesting. All right, we're gonna go to Yotsuya, stretch our legs. It was best not to get distracted. There was trash that needed collecting. We're just a trash hero. We're not like a real hero. Your future is garbage. Oh my god. Your future is garbage. That's the good end though. that's a good ending. That's the truthful ending. Okay, let's try this one again. That was great. That was beautiful. Just off into the sunset. All right. Let's save the girl, I suppose. Oh shit, I hit the wrong one. Going back again. It looks like it has A highlighted, but it does not. Okay. Aichi couldn't shake the feeling that something was very wrong. Maybe he should talk to her and ask what was going on. But just as he was making up his mind, a middle-aged man in a ratty business suit shuffled awkwardly over to her first. Oh my god, the evil man has a cane? It's perfect. Is there something wrong with one of his legs? He was using a cane to walk. Then, one of his hands slipped into his jacket pocket. Aichi could scarcely believe his eyes. That is the world's itty-bittiest gun. A revolver? Yeah, alright, we're gonna define this. Occult Detective Special, a .38 caliber revolver introduced in 1927 by Colt Manufacturing Company. A classic example of a snub-nosed revolver. As the name implies, the weapon is frequently carried by detectives, narcotic officers, and the like for self-defense. Aw, it's so cute! So itty-bitty! Suddenly, a young man came running through the crowd. Seeing him, the man with the cane turned on his heel and vanished into the scramble. Something big was going down. Oh. That's interesting. We didn't even make it to the girl, but somehow the other Kano is now coming back instead of going down the alleyway. I wanted to be a smartass and they gave you all the details. Too bad. What is all this? The young man was closing in on the girl, his expression grim. That guy's up to no good. Aichi sprang into motion. Oh my god, we just took down the detective. Hi-ya! Leaping high, Aichi delivered a flying kick right between the man's shoulder blades. Oh my god, yes. Guy went down, but recovered surprisingly fast, spinning back to his feet to grapple with Aichi. What the hell is your problem? What the hell is your problem, man? Aichi snapped. The two stood staring at each other down as the crowd swirled around them. Meanwhile, the girl's fucking getting kidnapped again. Guys, let go of me. Oh, sorry, I thought that was the girl. This is just them still. Let go of me. You let go of me first. After you let go of me, sure. You first, pal. Don't you call me pal, man. Don't you call me man, pal. Either was willing to yield. Oh my god. The crowd had parted to avoid the scuffle. Passerbys were staring from all sides. Oh crap. Aichi got a sudden sinking feeling. What the hell am I even doing? Jumping in over my head as usual. His anger melted away. He loosened his grip. Without further argument, the other man let go of Aichi's jacket. Turning quickly away, the stranger hurried over to the statue of Hachiko, where he dropped to his knees, dejected. The girl who had been standing there was nowhere to be seen. Maybe this was the guy she'd been waiting on? The guy was clearly upset that she was missing. Aichi actually felt kind of bad for him. If only this boy knew. He decided it would be wise to leave while the guy's attention was elsewhere. And back on his trash collecting mission he goes. Phew. He hurried back along the road to his house. The wind had gone out of his sails and he didn't feel like cleaning up trash anymore. Oh well, guess I'll read some manga and go to bed. He just woke up. Gonna read manga all day? Better play it safe before the day got any worse. Wah wah. Okay, so now I'm not entirely sure what to do. Tussle with the stranger. Aichi's interference with the young man, it was Kano, disrupted the detective's sting. If Aichi hadn't acted on impulse when he saw Kano heading for Hitomi, things might have gone differently. How can you make sure Kano doesn't return to the scramble and startle Aichi? The key lies further along in Kano's story. Well, I think we've gotten like every bad ending possible. I just want to save this girl, but at the same time, I think it's time for us to stop. Did I have him follow? No, because then he just ends up dead. Wakes up, goes outside for 5 seconds, goes back inside, reads for 5 minutes, and goes to bed. Sounds like the perfect day to me. Aw, poor thing. I think I choose B still. Eventually there's 3 protagonists and this shit's gonna get even messier. Oh, so now he just goes back. Kano headed back to the scramble and took up his post again. Hitomi was still standing at the handoff point, staring worriedly in the direction that the suspect had fled. No doubt she was wondering why, all of a sudden, the police had decided to let the guy go. Kano jogged over to Hitomi, but before he could reassure her, we get karate chopped. Kano's mind flooded with rage as he scrambled back to his feet. What the hell? He spun around to find himself grappling with a belligerent young man. What the hell is your problem? Kano snapped. What the hell is your problem? The stranger shot back. Let go of me. You let go of me first. Don't call me pal, man. Beautiful. In this scene, I had a moment where I looked over and thought you were sitting with the people on the bench. Yep, I'm there. He was causing a scene in public, blowing his cover in the middle of an important case. This was neither the time nor the place for some dumb random quarrel. Even if he came to his senses, Kano felt the strength ebb from the stranger's grip. He pushed the man back and quickly turned back towards Hitomi. She was gone. He scanned the area for any sign of her, but she had vanished without a trace. Kyuse's mobile command center had also disappeared. What did I miss? Blood drained from Kano's face. The investigation had left him utterly behind. There wasn't even any signal on his radio. They must have switched frequencies while he was caught up in the tussle. Kano turned back to confront the troublemaker. Also gone. He was gone too. Kano spun on his heel, searching, but the young man was nowhere in sight. The briefcase, Hitomi, the troublemaker, he'd lost all three. Right out of the starting gate, he'd bungled the entire operation. I too also bungle things. He should have left Tatano to look after Hitomi and gone after the briefcase himself. What the hell was he doing? Kano felt his self-confidence ebbing away like water. Maybe it's time to move back to the sticks. Maybe Tokyo's too fast-paced for a screw-up like me. He had no idea what to do next, and so he just stood there, frozen, already drafting his letter of resignation in his head. Aww. He looks so sad! Poor Kano. The trash panda ninja strikes again. Lost sight of the kidnapper. Okay, because of the scuffle. If he had chased after the thief who took the briefcase, this probably wouldn't have happened. Go back to Kano's timestamp 10:30 and make a different choice. So wait, we are supposed to chase the guy now? I'm so confused. Let's try following him. I have no idea. What? The man darted down a narrow alleyway. Kano ran faster. He sprinted through the side streets. He noticed two people over by a trash pile. They first appeared to be a young couple. How did this happen? He looked more closely. He realized that the girl was Hitomi. Okay, alright. Hold on. How do I get back to the thingy? Oh, I don't want to activate it. No, I don't want to activate that. What the fuck is the button? Shit. I like this, and it's nowhere near as odd as 999. This game is weird. Yeah, it's got a couple of issues maybe. How do I get... Every button just progresses it. I don't know how to get to a menu. Alt? Shift doesn't do it. Okie dokie. How long is this? Oh yes, I did see that you had asked that. How long to beat? Let's see. 428 Shibuya Scramble. Says about 40 hours for a completionist. 999 is 21 and a half hours. I think 999 took me longer, but I also do like stream interactions, so that adds some time to it. 428 hours, yes. But it's definitely longer than 999. That's not too bad. I feel like we spent more than that on the 999. Our longest series is actually Virtue's Last Reward, and that was at 42 hours. That was our longest one. I could do it in 420. Could you though? Okay, hold on. Let's... Oh. 2 is the time chart. Okay. I want to go back to his plot. That's a good frame of reference. Yes, yeah. Okay. So now we took the detective out of it, and we left his choice on he's gonna go talk to the girl. And therefore he ends up taking her somewhere and then running into the detective later. Okay, it's all making sense. Okay. The ratty guy with the cane shows up. There was something wrong with his legs. He was using a cane to walk. Then one of his hands slipped out of his jacket pocket. Aichi could scarcely believe his eyes. A revolver? With a single fluid motion, the man lifted up the gun and pointed it at the girl's direction. He was aiming right for her head. Huh? The girl had noticed the man with the cane now. Seeing the gun pointed right at her, she froze in fear. Aichi didn't hesitate. Oh my god. Breaking into a full run, he tackled the gunman with all his might. Caught off guard, the man sprawled onto the pavement. But the would-be assassin kept hold of his weapon and quickly scrambled back to his feet. Aichi knew he had to act fast. He grabbed the ashen-faced girl by the arm and attempted to drag her away. "This way!" he shouted. She just stared at him uncomprehendingly, trembling like a startled animal. "Come on, run!" Finally, the girl snapped out of her daze and gave a fearful nod. "To the police box, let's go. Let's just get out of here. Let's just get out of here. Let's just get out of here." The would-be assassin was getting back on his feet. Aichi grabbed the girl by the hand. "Run!" Okay, so this is how we end up there. Without so much as a backwards glance, he led her beneath the railway overpass for the Yamanote line. They needed to get far away as possible, fast. Their best bet was to head towards the east side of the station. It was less crowded there. It would be easier to run. "Don't worry, you can trust me." Dragging the hesitant girl behind him, he took off through the crowd. Suddenly, it dawned on him that he still held the trash bag in his other hand. You know, this thing's gonna be a real pain in my ass. Is he gonna litter his trash bag? Aichi paused long enough to toss the trash into the garbage bin as they passed by the park, and then took off again. Ah, good boy Aichi, put it in the trash can. Ashen-faced? Gray with black chunks? I think it's like a weird way to say like pale. Does he mean girl with trash bags? No, he had the trash bag. Okay, so that is 428 Shibuya Scramble. And since this is a Miro Mini and my voice already hurts, I can say that we will not be continuing this game, as fantastic as it is. I highly recommend you check it out for yourself. There is a demo on PS4 and it's also available on Steam if you'd like to get it that way. From what little I've played, I thoroughly enjoy it, even though it's not voice acted. But if you're playing it yourself, you're not reading it out loud, so you'll be fine. My next stream is Thursday, I think. I lied, it's tomorrow. Apparently. I need to go grocery shopping at some point, though. My next stream is tomorrow. I'll figure it out. And we're gonna do another Miro Mini. I don't know what game yet, so you'll find out tomorrow and it'll be a surprise. I hope you guys like the idea of this concept. I think it's gonna be a good way to bust through some games, and if we find one that I really like that I know that will work well for streaming, we'll stick with it for a while. But I'm really down to DNF some games. Stands for did not finish. So I will see you all tomorrow, and I'll let you know what the game will be. But for now, let's do our thank yous, our goodbyes, our good nights. We're gonna keep this epic music though. This is good. We saved the girl. We saved the girl as far as I'm concerned. So don't even worry, guys. We're the best trash picker of them all. Let's be honest. Okie dokie, today, Admiral Broco, thank you for the resub. Happy 12 months. That is all I hope you guys like the new emotes. I hope that you are down with the Miro minis. Enjoy the website. I don't know, it's like everything consolidated, so that's kind of nice. And keep your eyes out for my other surprise that I didn't announce because the website was broken. I'll let you know what that is ASAP. He shaved the girl at the good end. Yes, yes, we placed the trash in the trash can and we lived happily ever after. That's how that ended. Exactly like that. And I will leave you guys going out. Maybe not with that. With some of this. I hope you guys have a wonderful night, and I will see you all tomorrow. The linko, I don't have it anymore. Hold on. Here's the link for the website if you'd like to check it out. The website's still a little bit janky. That's on Streamlabs' part, so it's still in beta. It's got some issues. But it kind of consolidates everything into one place, which is kind of nice. So I hope you guys have a wonderful night. I will see you all tomorrow for another Miro mini. Until then, have a great one. Bye.